Sherry says their stuff is still crap. All right, what other questions do you have?
So I got one, and this is one that we get over and over and over. So if you've heard the answer to this before, I'm going to say it again because people are still asking it. So,
we get new people every day,
yeah, everybody,
and they haven't heard it.
Yeah, everybody hasn't heard it. So the question was, when I enter a deal, okay, so we just talked about earlier, if I get into a deal with a seller and I can't find a tenant buyer, we just said that the standard boilerplate templates that we use, they have a way to get out, right, before we even put somebody in. So somebody said, what do I do if I put somebody in it? And let's say that the tenant buyer either needs longer than what we originally gave them, or, what if they get out of it and then we have to put somebody else in it? How does that affect my term with my seller? Okay. And there's no easy way to answer that because it's not one size fits all. We always talk about that terms come in three ways: lease options, subject to, owner financing, and all of those are different. But the bottom line is it depends on what you have agreed to with your seller. Okay. In the terms of a lease option, which is the easiest and provides the most flexibility, if you gave your tenant buyer 2 years, but you had 3 years with your seller, at the end of that 3 years, we've got a couple of options, okay? We can renegotiate, right?
That's my favorite.
I mean, it's working now. Do we just want to continue it to work that way? We could exercise the option if we found a cash or a mortgage-ready buyer and get rid of it that way, right? That'd be a traditional transaction. And we cash out.
We lose our money every month.
You would lose your we call anything that's producing a lot of monthly cash flow, we call it golden goose. So if I do that,
eggs, baby.
If I do that, I have continued to get that money every month. But if I cash out, I've killed my golden goose, even if I get money up front. Okay. And that's okay. If that's our only option, or if it's an attractive offer, then that may be okay. But we've killed the golden goose. The other option and lease option is we walk away. If the seller says, no, we had an agreement, I don't want to do that, then it's fine. The property gets turned back over to them. We don't exercise the option. We still pocketed non-refundable option fees, and we got monthly cash flow. So even in that situation, I'm still, pretty happy with the money that I've made. So those, now with owner financing, it's going to be a more set term. And the same thing with a subject to, right? So there can be different scenarios there, but in all instances, you can always renegotiate. We always have the ability to cash out. Again, the lease option is the one we prefer simply because it gives us the ability to just walk away clean and nothing else, really is involved. So those are the ways that you handle those situations. And again, if you haven't heard golden goose before, that's what you're always looking for. We talk about single family houses and we talk about good monthly cash flow and stuff. So golden goose, with storage units. Anybody out there ever wanted to buy storage units? Storage units put in the right place. What do?
Puke money.
They puke money. Don't use these terms, right? We should trademark these things because they're good.
Well, Lisa's here. She's the trademark attorney.
But anyway, storage units
attorneys.
Puke money. I mean, there's no tenants, there's no toilets, there's no any of that stuff.
Can't make meth in them because there's no water.
So, they're good. Have we come up with a good phrase of what our apartments do?
Bitch and wine? No.
I guess we should come up with something like that. We don't have to hear it though because it's property manager's problem.
I do the triplex.
Anyway, so.
All right, we have another question about insurance. Leslie clarified she wants to know if there's a need for personal liability insurance. And I have a personal liability insurance policy through my errors and omissions. And I have probably a separate rider insurance policy for personal liability insurance. I have no idea what kind of insurance I have. Every time I call the insurance agent to figure out what I need, then they find 15 different things that I need, and it ends up being an expensive phone call. So I pay a bunch of insurance every year, and I really have no idea. Jason's really good at analytics and making sure that I know what I have, so maybe he can find out what kind of insurance I have.
The
But
other thing too is talk to your agent.
that's what I was going to say. Quit cutting me off.
Talk to your agent, because we a lot of y'all know that we moved into a new house back at the end of last year, and my insurance agent sent me a package. Okay, and it was adding on a bunch of things I didn't have, but it was paying about what I was paying before. And so I sent it back and I said, Jim's my insurance agent. I said, Jim, there's no way this can be right. You've added on all this stuff and it's about what I was paying before.
It's because you're old and you get
And he said, what you don't understand is don't try to make sense of it. It doesn't make sense. He said, but as you begin to bundle, he said, a lot of times I bundle more on and people pay less than they were paying before. He said, so the fact that you're paying $200 a year more and you're getting 6 or 8 times the coverage you had before, don't think that there's nothing wrong with that. Okay.
I encourage insurance, and call your broker, insurance broker, and let them know what you're doing and what they think that you need. All right. And it may be $100. It may be nothing. All right. So find it. Yeah, you might be able just to tack it onto your homeowner's policy. We don't know what you have and what you have insured. And I run all of mine through like 9 LLCs. So I probably pay 9 personal things because everybody's with something different and whatever. So check with your insurance broker. Maybe not just insurance agent, but an insurance broker. All right? And find out what they want. Can y'all hear Abby the Labby snoring? It's not us. We're awake. She's useless. She contributes nothing. But we love her.
She provides emotional support, right?